Good afternoon, dear students. So, we had already seen about teaching of poetry and teaching of prose lesson plan format. Now, we will see about the lesson plan format for teaching of composition. As you know very well, the second step in writing of lesson plan is framing the general and specific objective. So you know very well that general objective will be common for all the lessons. So general objective for composition will be the same for all the composition which you are writing. Okay, for example, develop the power of expression, organize and express their imagination, feelings, thinking in a systematic way, learn the structures of paragraph, understand the different parts of a letter, and develop the ability and skill to write correct English. So all these general objectives will be the same for all the composition which you are choosing. The only thing is, in the fourth point you have written as understand the different parts of a letter. So I am going to teach you letter writing in this class. So if it is another composition like note making and summarizing, or paraphrasing, or report writing. Okay, so if it is another title, you should write understand the different part of the paragraph writing or hints developing. So like that you can change the word a letter. Okay, so I have taken letter writing in this composition, so that's why I understand the different parts of a letter. So this general objective will be common for all the composition work which you are writing. The only thing is the specific objective will be different. So for each and every composition class, the specific objective will be different according to the topic which you are writing. Okay, so here acquire the knowledge about letter writing, follow the steps which are involved in letter writing, enrich the vocabulary of English, grasp the different parts of a letter, use correct structures. So all these things are used in this lesson. So based on the lesson I have chosen some specific objectives. So general objective is common, specific objective is specially designed for the class which you are going to teach. Okay, are you clear? And the next one is, you know very well, you have to write teaching aids, you have to write the textbook which was used to write this composition, and after that you have to write the reference book. Okay, so reference book, it can be a common reference book, or it can be, for example, if you are teaching composition, you have Renan Martin teaching of composition book is there, so you can use that book for teaching composition and grammar as a reference material. Okay, so you have to write the teaching aid which was used here and textbook, and also you should write the reference book. So you know very well that the first step will be the motivation, and the teacher can motivate the students in n number of ways. You can show some picture and ask some questions, or you can make the students to speak something on their own, or you can speak something about your own experience to the students. So motivation can be in any form. You can also tell some stories, or you can ask some questions by checking their previous knowledge. So the motivation part is totally dependent on the teacher. So the teacher is free to motivate the students in any kind of motivational strategy. So you can ask anything in motivation, or you can do anything in motivation. So after motivation, the second step in writing the lesson plan for composition is development of the composition. I hope you have learnt all these things in your theory classes in the unit teaching of composition. So in the second step, development of the composition, it has different stages in it, like oral development of the composition, and next is oral reinforcement of the composition, and then written composition. So under the development of the composition, we have oral development of the composition as the first step. So here the teacher will be announcing the title, and the teacher will write the title on the blackboard as usual in the prose, poetry, etc. And after that, so our title is informal letter, right? So first of all, the teacher has to explain to the students how many types of letters are there, so that you can write it in the content part, types of letter. So we have two types of letter, one is formal letter, the other one is informal letter. So our letter today in this class is informal letter. So you have to give the meaning of both formal as well as informal letter, and also you should give some examples for formal and informal letter. Here you can write many things in the learning experience column, and also you can write the definition of formal and informal in content column. So both the columns can be used, and the specification columns should be based on the action word which is used in the learning experience column. Okay, in the evaluation section you can ask some questions. You can ask some questions in the evaluation section after explaining what is formal and informal letter. So after explaining all those formal and informal letter, you can ask some questions in the evaluation part. Okay, so in the development of the composition, we have the first step called as oral development of the composition. In the oral development of the composition, you should explain what are the different parts of informal letter. So what are the things you will be writing in the informal letter? You will be writing the address and date, and then you will be writing the salutation part. You will be writing the body of the letter and the actual message, subscription, superscription. So many parts will be there in writing a letter. So you should write what is salutation, what is the body of the letter. So everything should be written in a proper way, so that the students will be able to understand it in an easier manner. So you can explain it with the help of Blackboard, or else you can use some teaching aids for explaining the parts of informal letter. Okay, so after the oral development of the composition by the teacher, the second step is oral reinforcement. So in oral reinforcement, what the teacher should do is, the teacher have already explained what is informal letter and what are the parts of informal letter to the students, and the students have understood. So this oral reinforcement is nothing but the teacher should check whether the students have understood whatever has been taught or not. So to check the understanding level of the students, this step is very, very important, which is called as oral reinforcement. So the teacher should ask some questions based on the thing which the teacher has already asked to the students. So after checking whether they have understood or not, then only the teacher can move on to the written composition. Okay, so this oral reinforcement, in this oral reinforcement step, the teacher should ask some questions to the students, and what the students will do now, the students will be answering to the questions of the teacher, so that answers should come in the specification column. So after the oral reinforcement, we have written composition, and here in written composition, the teacher should make the students to write the composition in their composition note. So in this written part can be done in different ways. For example, if your composition is guided or controlled composition, you should write something on the blackboard, and you should make the students to copy it from the backboard. So if it is free composition, you should make your students to write it on their own. There is no restrictions for the students to write the composition. The students are free to write anything on their own. So if it is controlled or guided composition, the teacher should control the class what they have to write or what they should not write. If it is free composition, the teacher provides freedom to the students, so that they can write anything whichever comes to their mind. So while writing composition, the teacher should decide whether it is controlled form or guided form, or it is free composition form. Okay, so the students can write the composition in their composition note, or else in some of the rough note. Actually, composition should be written in composition note, and then the teacher has to correct it immediately. So composition work should not be delayed. The correction work for the composition should be done as early as possible, so that the students will be interested to write the composition again. And the last step will be recapitulation, assignment and signature. So you know very well that in recapitulation part, you should tell about what you have taught in this class in a simplified way. You can tell it in some 3 or 4 points, or 2, 3 or 4 points. So you can write it, you can summarize the whole lesson in a 2 point or 3 or 4 point, and after that you should give some assignments. So if it is prose or poetry, I told you to ask 2 or 3 questions in home assignment. But if it is composition, you can ask only one question. We have learnt about informal letter, right? So you can ask your students to write a letter for your friend, asking him to invite to your birthday party, or asking him to invite your sister's marriage or brother's marriage, whatever it is. So you should ask them to write an informal letter. Why? Because you have taught an informal letter in today's class, so it can be given for the home assignment. So recapitulation, whatever you have taught, it should be written in 2 or 3 points, and home assignment, you should give some assignment for your students. So these are the steps which are involved in writing of composition. And so after learning all the steps of writing lesson plans, I need you to write lesson plan and send it to me. So model, I have sent you the model lesson plan for prose and poetry, and I will also send the model lesson plan for this in the group or Google Classroom. So kindly go through it, and you should write a lesson plan format as a model and send it to me in online, or whoever is willing to come here, you can come to the college and submit your lesson plan to me.